Welcome to the Edgewater Historical Society exhibit, Crime and Community in Edgewater. Gangsters and drive-by shootings, speakeasies and bathtub gin, murder and mayhem, bombings and shootouts, dirty cops and crooked politicians, jewel heists and fraud. In Chicago, these things go together like bacon and eggs, pork and beans, death and taxes. And in the diverse neighborhood of Edgewater, our community is not immune. Edgewater enjoyed a relatively low crime rate during its first 3 decades, thanks in part to its country setting, a sparse population, and upper-middle-class residents. Its streets, lined with electric lighting, a country club, a golf course, and recreational clubs, seemed to repel the criminal elements. But a pair of carelessly thrown garden shears changed all this. The grand experiment of prohibition during the 1920s turned ordinary citizens into joyful lawbreakers. Organized crime took over the bootlegging industry and served jazz and liquor to clamoring customers in underground speakeasies throughout Edgewater. Mob bosses like Al Capone and Bugs Moran patronized the Edgewater Beach Hotel. Alarming crime and murder rates, gangster turf wars, and a Great Depression ended it all. With desperate times came desperate measures. Prominent Edgewater residents were lured to untimely demises, and grieving relatives cashed in on the lucrative life insurance policies of their dearly departed. The historically low crime rate of World War II gave way to a post-war escalation of mayhem. 2 grisly murders received national attention, and a baseball player almost had his career cut short by a deranged fan on a summer day at the Edgewater Beach Hotel. The innocent and naive era of the 1950s was riddled with police shootouts, with escaped convicts, feuding neighbors trying to bomb each other, and a motor oil drum that contained a gruesome discovery. City police reform was the result of a local police district scandal, Summerdale, that involved dirty cops and a babbling burglar right from Edgewater. Social and cultural upheaval in the 1960s, as well as residents moving from a decaying inner city, resulted in a steady increase in crime. When federal agents raided a party at the Edgewater Beach Hotel that nabbed the Chicago mob boss and 200 guest hoods, this was a sure sign that the neighborhood was on the federal radar. National distrust in federal government due to Watergate led to a local alderman being exposed as a crooked politician in the 1970s. Local residents organized to combat the record crime rate and chase out drug dealers and slumlords. The urban renewal movement began sprouting green shoots. Community policing organizations developed under the Edgewater Community Council, and the new sense of urgency in historical preservation helped to reduce the crime rate just in time for Edgewater's centennial in 1986. In the meantime, another local crooked politician was exposed. Edgewater Hospital practiced wholesale Medicare fraud during the entire decade of the 1990s, which caused it to shutter its doors in 2001. One of Edgewater's recent high-profile crimes occurred 10 years ago when a podiatrist murdered a patient who was threatening to expose the doctor for fraud. Today, Edgewater is home to one of the quietest police districts in Chicago. The crime rate is currently at a low level, although a resident can still stumble upon a body in an alley or witness a gang-related shooting now and then. Such is life in the big city. New community policing techniques, such as positive loitering and renewed interest in past crime prevention programs, ensure that Edgewater remains a safe and peaceful place to live and work and raise a family and enjoy all the amenities that the lakeside has to offer.